Man, B Marsh boxing, man. Shit, man. This is some sad news right here, man. This right here, this really hurt me today when heard this news. You know what I mean? Man, legendary Georgetown Hoyas coach John Thompson, known over here in the city in D.C., Maryland, the DMV, known as Big John. Big John Thompson, man, has passed away at the age of 78. You know what I mean? Cause of death is unknown. But Jesus Christ, man, John Thompson, man, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. In Washington D.C.'s a sports town, no question about it. But what brings the city joy is if two teams are winning and come home with the championship. That's the Washington Redskins, or now known as the Washington football team, or Georgetown Hoyas. You know what I mean? Those are like the staples of the city. I'm trying to tell you, man. The city will be more proud of the Hoyas winning a championship even before the Washington Wizards. That's just how deep and engraved the culture of Georgetown Hoyas is in the city, and not just in the city, in D.C., but to all black youth around the United States from the 80s and the 90s. You know what I mean? I'm not too sure about in the 2000s, you know, but in the 80s and the 90s, Georgetown Hoyas represented a certain individual, you know what I mean? Just their demeanor, how they played. And that was all off the strength of the teachings of John Thompson, not just a coach, but a leader of men, you know what I mean? You know, John Thompson's got inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1998, you know what I'm saying? You know, took Georgetown, I believe, to like 3 or 4 Final Fours. You know what I'm saying? 3 Final Fours in the 80s. He's won plenty of Big East titles. You know what I mean? I think he was a coach on that 1988 Olympics team that only came home with a bronze medal, led by guys like, Dan Marley and David Robinson and the likes. You know what I mean? But man, Big John, man, and you know, John Thompson's a legend, man. And John Thompson was not only a coach for Georgetown Hoyas. John Thompson is from the city. He's from Washington, D.C. You know what I mean? You know, John Thompson has given a lot of black youth opportunities to attend one of the most prestigious colleges in the United States, Georgetown University. You know what I mean? You see Georgetown University, you see the team all these years, all black. You know what I'm saying? All black players, you know what I mean? But the college is a majority white campus, you know what I'm saying? You know, John Thompson, man, John Thompson, man, this hurts, man. I can't lie. I can't even lie, dogs. I just seen John Thompson last summer. I seen him last summer at the Kenner League up Georgetown. I go to the Kenner League every summer, you know what I'm saying? And John Thompson was there. I seen Patrick Ewing as well. You know what I mean? It's not the first time I've seen John Thompson. You know, John Thompson was seated laid back in the cut, you know what I'm saying? Where he's always at the very end of the gym, watching the summer hoops, summer league up in the Kenner League, you know what I mean? You know, born in Washington, D.C., you know, he went to high school at Archbishop Carroll. That's a high school right here in Northeast, right there off of Taylor Street in North Capitol. You know what I mean? My little youngins stay over there by Taylor Street, not too far from Brookland, you know what I'm saying? You know, went to Providence, played for the Providence Friars, and he was drafted by the Boston Celtics. You know, the man, John Thompson, was the backup center to Bill Russell. You know what I mean? Got himself 2 NBA championships. Didn't stay as a professional for too long. Then he came into the college ranks. You know what I mean? And I believe he was at Georgetown from like, he was over there at Georgetown from like this, I believe like the 70s. You know what I mean? Might have been there longer. You know what I'm saying? Might have been there because he was playing in the 60s. He was there from the 70s, from like 1972 till 99. You know, Big John Thompson, man. Rest in peace, you know. The man This guy is responsible for having Allen Iverson come straight from jail. Not jail like county jail, from prison over there in racist ass Virginia, where they locked up the man Allen Iverson for a crime he did not commit. The governor pardoned Allen Iverson, and Allen Iverson went straight from prison to Georgetown University, man. I don't know nobody on planet Earth who's ever done that or could even do that. And only one man made that happen, and that was John Thompson. You know, John Thompson coached guys like Alonzo Mourning, Dikembe Mutombo, Patrick Ewing. You know what I'm saying? What's the guy? Reggie Williams from Baltimore, played on the Denver Nuggets and Cleveland Cavs. Sleepy Floyd. What's that player? It was a Big East player of the year. He went to the Boston Celtics, didn't stay too long. Trouble Smith brothers. Mike, is it Mike Smith or Kevin Smith? I think you know what I'm saying? You know, the man John Thompson, man, never forget. That man summoned one of the biggest drug dealers in America at the time, Rayful Edmonds. He asked Rayful Edmonds to come to his office up there in McDonough Gym and on Georgetown's campus. And he summoned him and he told him, come to my office. He sent a word out to fellas, tell that man Rayful, come to my office. Rayful Edmonds comes to his office, and the man John Thompson, man, stood up to that man. John Thompson, 6'10", and he told that man, dude, you got to leave my players alone. I don't want to hear you doing nothing with my players, because at the time, Alonzo Mourning and guys like John Turner were great friends with the man Rayful Edmonds. And if you don't know who Rayful Edmonds is, just go do your Googles. You know what I'm saying? You know, damn, man. John Thompson, man. Coach Victor Page, coached a plethora of players, man. Don Reed, Junkyard Dog Williams, Othello Harrington, Ruben Boomjay. Jesus Christ, man. My favorite basketball coach in college basketball forever, period. John Thompson, Big John Thompson. Rest in peace. Want to give condolences to the man, John Thompson's family, John Thompson III, all his sons. We've just lost a living legend for the city, you know what I mean? And it's really hurts, but, you know, John Thompson really represented for Washington, D.C., and is a leader of men. Greg Monroe, can't forget about him, but I don't think he played for John Thompson. You know, he didn't. That was actually in the 2000s, you know, but we can't forget the contributions this man laid down for the city, for Washington, D.C., a leader of men, you know, a man from the city, you know. Rest in peace to Charlie Moe, you know what I mean? Charlie Moe passed away not too long ago. Another guy who played for Georgetown Hoyas and also the Wake Forest, transferred to Wake Forest, you know. Man. John Thompson, rest in peace. Will forever represent your name, and you've meant a lot to a lot of people, man. Just look at Georgetown, man. Today I'm wearing my Georgetown Hoyas shorts. You know what I'm saying? I woke up and I stepped out. I had my Yukon joints on, but today they going off. Today is Georgetown Hoyas all day. This whole week is Hoyas Day. You know what I mean? With the kente cloth. You know how Georgetown Hoyas got the you know what I'm saying? They got the kind of kente cloth, like African style. You check it? I'm gonna show y'all, man. You see Georgetown Hoyas, right? You see how this print right here? This print right here is representative like a kind of kente cloth, you know what I mean? You know, like African print, you know what I'm saying? And this is all because Georgetown Hoyas, you know, represented for the black community, not just in Washington, D.C., but around the country, man. Georgetown Hoyas starter jackets was the in the 80s and the 90s, you know what I mean? Not just in America. Man, look at Snoop Dogg and the Dog Pound. You know what I mean? When they first came out, if you notice Snoop Dogg, they always wear Hoya blue with that Georgetown Hoyas logo. You know what I'm saying? With the Georgetown Hoyas logo which is the bulldog. You know what I mean? You check it. So when Allen Iverson and them they came on the squad, you check it. When Allen Iverson and them came to the squad, that's when they started representing with these kente cloth, like type of African print. And that's all off the strength of John Thompson, you know what I mean? Today's a Georgetown Hoyas. They all weak. I ain't wearing nothing else but Georgetown Hoyas memorabilia, man. Rest in peace to John Thompson. Forever beloved, and will always hold your name in honor. And I can't wait to get back to the McDonough Gym, the Kennedy. You know, COVID-19 really put that on a hold. There was no summer hoops this whole summer in Washington, D.C. None at the Barry Farms over there at the Goodman League, Southeast Washington, D.C., and none at the Kennedy. But it's all good. We'll get past through this COVID and we'll come and represent your name properly at the McDonough Gym. B Marsh Boxing. Leave your thoughts and comments, man. This is a hard video to do, but we shall represent for Big John Thompson, Georgetown Hoyas all day, every day. It's not a game, man. B Marsh Boxing, I'm gone. Peace.